Hey everyone, Kim Anderson here. How are you today? So glad to be able to share a little bit with you today. Want to just talk to you about some how-tos on how to start an online business. And it's very exciting, this day and age that we live in with the advent of technology and so many things that are readily available to us. It's a different mindset actually to be successfully marketing or to be successful online with whatever business you choose. It takes a little different skill set than a traditional brick and mortar business mindset. When you're online and you are creating a business, you need to be a little more fluent in the click and order sort of mindset as opposed to brick and mortar. I like that one. So but what I want to share with you, I want to give you some three key strategies as we're going on it, and I'll have some more for you in this series as we keep talking about how to start an online business. But I want to give you some key strategies that you can actually start applying right now to get yourself ready mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, even as you move forward into creating your own personal space online that generates income for you. How cool is that? So, what I want to share first of all in these keys is one. Let's just get right to it. One is to write down your professional bucket list. Now, I know some of you guys have seen that movie, The Bucket List, and some of you have made personal bucket lists of things and places that you want to go and things you want to experience. But let's just talk business. And when you're in the online space, you have to move and flow a little bit differently than you would in a traditional brick and mortar business. So the first thing that you want to do is to determine what is your professional bucket list. And what I mean by that is, in your heart of heart, are you a world-class renowned author, or are you a television executive, or are you a New York Times bestseller? Are you a motivational speaker? What is your professional bucket list? I need you to make a list of those things that are on your professional bucket list that you have to have and that you have to experience so that you will begin to know true personal self-fulfillment. And after you do that and you write it down, because it's really key that we write these things down so that we can go back and review them and keep them fresh in our minds. After that, I want you to come up with at least 3 people in 3 different venues, if altogether possible, that you admire and respect because of the success that they have had. It does not have to be in the profession of your bucket list, though you may want one person in your bucket list that is in the profession successfully doing all the things that you want to do in that profession, but don't limit it to that. On my blog, I talked about how if you want to be an author that does a series of books for teens and young adults, well, you might want to look at J.K. Rowling and find out her story. She's the author of the Harry Potter series, which was a pretty popular, phenomenal series for teens and young adults. So you might want to just study her and read the books and find out how she connected to her audience and who her audience was and how she spoke to her audience, so that as you're doing the thing that you're created to do, whether it's being an author or motivational speaker or whatever, in that you do have to determine who you're speaking with, who's your niche, who's your market that you are talking to right now when you're doing those things. And so another example could just be a person that inspires you. Let's say that Colin Powell might be somebody that inspires you because of his steadfastness and his dogged determination. Well, you want to take those characteristics of the person that you admire and respect and make sure that you're incorporating that character trait in you as you move forward in your online marketplace. The third key that I want to leave with you today. So here are our keys so far. Let's just recap and make sure we got it. All right, our first key is to write down your professional bucket list. Who are you? Who are you becoming, and who will you be online? Because let me tell you something. Let me just say this. The internet makes it possible for all of us to succeed beyond our wildest imaginations. You can be a rock star online, and you don't necessarily have to be a rock star out there, with a band, but you can be a rock star online. You can be a celebrity online, and you don't have to deal with all the stuff about being a celebrity out there. So you can do like anything you want. You can create any life you want using this tool of the internet. So write down your professional bucket list. The sky's the limit. Whatever it is that you want, you can have. The second thing is to come up with at least three people in whatever field you're in, or whatever, it doesn't matter what field they're in, that you like, admire, and respect. And you respect the level of success that they've attained. And because of that, you're going to pull characteristics from them that you can incorporate into yourself and make sure that you're exhibiting those characteristics. You want to make sure that you're dogged and determined, and you're not going to let anything stand in your way. So the third thing that we want to focus on and give you tonight is, I need you to think about, what do I need to do to create the success that I said I wanted to see on my bucket list? Meaning, this is just a basic example. Meaning, like, if you want to be an author, but you might need to brush up on your writing skills, well, you might need to take a course in writing just to get yourself back in the flow of communicating in a way that people understand, and communicating in a way not only that people understand, but that your audience understands. Because if you're speaking to teens and young adults, you want to make sure you're speaking their language so that they can receive the message that you're giving them back. Does that make sense? Awesome. Now, with that being said, you want to make sure that you have the professional skills to exchange for these professional goals, because these are professional goals. These aren't these aren't I'm going on vacation goals. These are professional goals. So let's put on our our big girl pants and our big girl jackets and be professional in what we're pursuing. And let's make sure that what we're pursuing, and as we pursue it, as we set those goals on how we're going to create that success, let's make sure that our goals aren't one strictly based on money. Let's make sure that we're actually providing value in the marketplace for the gifts and things that we're exchanging. Does that make sense? So I don't want your goal to necessarily be, I want to make, $25,000 a month. That's a great goal, but what are you also going to give in exchange for receiving that goal? In exchange for receiving that goal, are you going to, provide the best customer service for the product that you're going to develop? Are you going to provide counseling for those that sign up for your coaching? I mean, like, you got to really be clear that I am giving value in exchange for the income that I'm going to receive. And because what I give has so much value, there'll be more and more people ready and willing to exchange that value for cash and income, so that I can get ideas, I can get income for the ideas that I generate in the marketplace. So that is just so exciting. So we want to keep this professional. So I wanted to just make sure that I jumped in and gave you 3 key strategies that you can implement right now. You've got to take some time and write these things out. It's really important. The more you write this out, the Bible does tell us to write the vision and make it plain. So as we are writing these things out and going through these steps, we're actually crystallizing the vision that we have inside of ourselves and the vision that we have. And as the more that we can see that vision in our heads and in our minds, the better and easier it will be to manifest out here. So let's go through those steps. This is Kim Anderson. I'm going to wrap it up here for today. We'll be back tomorrow with some additional steps on how to get started and how to create an online business. So stay tuned and be sure to look out for the video for tomorrow. If you are interested in learning any additional internet marketing tips and techniques, feel free to visit my website, which is onlinewindfall.com, on www.onlinewindfall.com. You can also follow me on my blog, which is courageouscommentary.kim.com. So feel free to join us. Feel free to comment, leave your suggestions, your thoughts on the things that we're going to be doing on the blog. But this week the blog is going to be correlating with the videos, so that we are helping you set up and establish your online business. So how exciting is this going to be? This is exciting, exciting times, and I'm thrilled for where you're going to be going and what you're going to be creating. So all wrapped up for today. Kim Anderson over and out. Love you guys so very much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.